So now it's going to the part. I have other work to do tonight. I got another story to write. I was just on the radio tonight with Raheem Kassam, who I love, and talking about this Day Without Women's March coming up. Perfect example. Let me give you one perfect example. Angela Davis spoke at the Women's March here and got applause over and over and over for every line she said. There's 500,000 people there applauding Angela Davis. Angela Davis, who bought the guns used, look into Google this, Marin County Courthouse massacre, that might be a good thing to do, but Marin County Courthouse shooting, she bought the shotgun, pretend this is a shotgun right here, that was duct taped, sawed off and duct taped to the neck of a judge, right? You can see pictures of it online, right? To get her boyfriend, George Jackson, she wasn't there because that might require actual bravery, you dig? And Angela Davis is not brave. Angela Davis is a coward. Angela Davis is a coward. But who's Angela Davis? She is the protege of Herbert Marcuse. Who's Herbert Marcuse? Herbert Marcuse was the philosopher of the left. Don't take my word, look it up. Google it yourself. Angela Davis, that's easy to spell. Angela Y. Davis, you want to get her full name. Angela Yvonne Davis. So Angela Davis, Herbert Marcuse, M-A-R-C-U-S-E, Marcuse. So Herbert Marcuse, one of the philosophers of the Frankfurt School. You want to learn about the Frankfurt School? Read Andrew Breitbart's book, Righteous Indignation. Herbert Marcuse was part of the Frankfurt School. This is you've heard the term cultural Marxism. It comes from the Frankfurt School. Angela Davis actually studied at the Frankfurt School. She's a hardcore communist. And yet there's 500,000 women applauding everything she's saying. This is the woman who bought the guns used at the Marin County Courthouse shootout, including the shotgun that was duct taped to the judge. By the way, that didn't end well for the judge. Just a hint. How do you people sleep on the left applauding Angela Davis? And by the way, there were female jurors who were taken hostage as well. You're so feminist, right? You're so feminist. Sisterhood, right? What about the female jurors who got taken hostage with Angela Davis's guns pointed at them, right? This is what I mean. So these 500,000 people, oh, Angela Davis, she's so nice. Look, she's got a natural. It's impressive and blah, 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 and everything else. She is a communist who does not, and she's not that bright either. She's a communist who repeats, and by the way, I got that from David Horowitz, my friend David Horowitz. He knew Angela, not that bright. She repeats cliches. So literally, she's saying stuff like, you know, Black Lives Matter, and everyone in the audience, all the white women, because I was there. By the way, you know why it was all white women? Because trying to get 500,000 black people to wear pussy hats. Go ahead, try that. Try that. No, not happening. The general response will be, nah. Right? So they might be down like with a lot of stuff, right? But wearing the pussy hats, that's where most black folks draw the line. Thank God. Thank goodness they draw the line there. That's what it is. It was all white women with the Starbucks in one hand, their NPR tote bag, and their flipping pussy hat, which is what they were called. Ladies, dear, honey, no, and their yoga pants and everything else. So it was all the white women with the strollers and the Starbucks and the NPR tote bags and everything, and the pussy hats on. I still see the pussy hats around town. You see them, right? The best thing is a dude in a pussy hat. Write your own joke on that one. But the point is, all these white women in the pussy hats going, oh, Angela Davis, great. Oh, she said Black Lives Matter, awesome. You don't know anything about the Black Lives Matter movement, ladies. You don't know anything about that. Do you know about the hooker that Huey P. Newton killed? Well, their hero. Do you know who Assata Shakur is? You don't know who Assata Shakur is. But when Angela Davis said her name, free Assata Shakur, which Angela Davis said, go watch the speech. Free Assata Shakur. When she said that, oh, yeah, you don't know who Assata Shakur is. These people are not pro-black. They just hate cops. That's what they're. They're not pro-feminists. They're not anything else. That's why I say it's the Matrix. You don't get 500,000. Look, if you can convince 500,000 people to wear something called a pussy hat and applaud a commie who bought guns that killed people, you've brainwashed them. You dig? You've brainwashed them. I don't know how else to put it, right? You see it when you see people at the airport and someone's gotten them to shave their heads and sell petunias or whatever, and they're wearing a robe, and they grew up like they was like the dude with the shaved head. His name was, you know, Myron Forbes, but now it's Pakula Kakaga or something like that, because he's in an airport selling flowers, and the lady who's with him, her name was, you know, Missy Smith, and now she shaved her head too. You'd look at those people, you go, well, they're brainwashed, right? That, you know, how do you get people to do that? How do you get someone to shave their head? Try that. Try it with a stranger. Just go up to a stranger and go, can I get you to shave your head? I'll give you $10. No, and no one's going to do that, right? They're not going to do it. So you know those people are brainwashed. Here's a hint. When you see people wearing what they call pussy hats, applauding a commie who bought a gun that blew the head off a judge, they might be brainwashed. You see what I'm saying? I don't want to go into a whole Jeff Foxworthy thing here, but you might be brainwashed if you're wearing a pussy hat and applauding a commie who bought guns that killed people. You might be brainwashed. And when you see 750,000 people in D.C., the reason I said 500,000 is, trust me, all of them weren't watching the speech at the time, so I'm lowballing on that. But that's what's going on. Anyway, so obviously this is why I'm America's greatest journalist. Because the big issue right now is the millions of people who were brainwashed, the millions of people watching at home, going, oh, Angela Davis, she's awesome, who don't care about the people she was responsible for the deaths of, in my opinion. I have to say my opinion so she doesn't sue me, since she was found not guilty. She was found not guilty, even though the evidence was like overwhelming against her, in my opinion. So I have to say in my opinion. I'll keep saying my opinion because I don't want to be sued by Angela Davis. But she bought the guns. There's no question about that. And she never answers questions about it, by the way. Never answers questions about it. She doesn't want to talk about it. How does she sleep? How do the people who applaud her sleep? I know. It's because they don't know. They don't know. They don't know who she is. They don't know what she stands for. They don't know what she did. They don't know who George Jackson is. The 500,000 people, I'll bet 100 of them knew who George Jackson is. Do you know who George Jackson is? Do you know who he is? Go look it up. You know, if you don't know who Angela Davis is and you don't know who George Jackson is, you don't really know who Angela Davis is. Look up George Jackson. Look at Soledad Brother. Look it up. I guarantee you almost nobody in that crowd of pussy hat wearing mofos had any idea who George Jackson is. George Jackson's a thug. It was her boyfriend. George Jackson was her thug boyfriend who never spent a day in his adult life outside of prison, died trying to escape from San Quentin. That's who the heroes are to the Black Lives Matter movement. And by the way, this is how cops ended up getting killed due to the Black Lives Matter movement. And mark my words, more will get killed. But I'm going to keep doing journalism about it. I'm going to keep working with people, telling the true stories. That's what I do. Anyway, appreciate you guys listening. Let me put on my glasses and see if there's any questions. Anybody? Hey, UK. I think zero, someone asked what I think is zero hedge. I think they get some stuff right. I think they get some stuff wrong. I do know that. That's why I started Citizen Journalism School. By the way, citizenjournalismschool.com. Can't sign up now. More people, you'll be able to sign up soon. What am I talking about? Oh, let me summarize the last 20 minutes of me yapping in the next 30 seconds. Is that a good idea? Go back and watch. Yeah, that's the problem. Zero hedge is wrong often. I don't like people who are wrong often. But they do some good work. This is the thing when people ask me about Cernovich or Zero Hedge or whatever, they do some good work sometimes. InfoWars accurate? Often not. So you do, but there's someone saying we olders know who Angela is. Yes, you do, but do you know who George Jackson is? They're all good news sources. Read them all. See? That's the trick. In my film, that'll be coming out shortly, we're trying to get that finished. Best liberal news to watch it all. You have to take in a lot of stuff. Right now, because you're dealing with the Matrix, you have to take in a lot of stuff. Hey, do me a favor, retweet this. I'm going to get going. I don't know anything about the DoD school in China. Don't know anything about that. Watch everything and learn to think critically. Watch everything, question everybody. So someone's talking about Jenna Jameson. I got a Jenna Jameson story. It's not even... I'm going to make it sound more exciting than it is. But I like Jenna Jameson. We've been talking a little bit on Twitter, and I like her political fight. So we talked about that. I wish I had a better Jenna Jameson story. That'd be awesome. But I don't. This is the boring story. She likes Breitbart, and we talked, and that was it. We talked politics a little bit. That's it. I don't even have a good story. That's the worst Jenna Jameson story ever. But that's what I got. Yes, you're from Spain. Learn English. Here's what I would never do. I'm going to be honest with you. I would never go onto a Periscope of someone speaking Spanish and say that they spoke too fast. I would go like, well, they're speaking Spanish, and I don't speak that language. That's what I would do. It would never occur to me. Any other language. I would never occur to me to go into somebody's thing and go, why aren't you speaking English? Because they don't speak English or whatever. They want to speak in another language. Okay, that's fine. Do that. But why are you coming in? This is not advertised as Spanish language friendly. Also, there's no French in it, no Pig Latin. You know, there you go. Okay, guys, I'm going to roll now. Love you. Talk to you later. Bye. Take care.